Oyez! 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 Today, the North Warwickshire Railway celebrates its 80th anniversary with an exhibition which will be opened by Michael Elfnick at 12 noon at the Henley-in-Arden station, where 2 Royal Mail coaches will be open to the public. God save the Queen! Oyez! 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 The chairman of the Henley-in-Arden and Parish and Bedesert Joint Parish Council, Mr. Leslie Harris, will now open the exhibition.
Thank you, and doesn't he look resplendent in his uniform? 80 years of history, ladies and gentlemen. I can say very little except that it has taken some time, I'm sure, and a lot of goodwill by people like Mr. Cowan to get this open and there for us to see. And I think that you can take all our thanks for being able to see this and for giving us the opportunity of seeing things as they used to be.
Mr. Mayman, I'm afraid. I'm only a Henley-in-Arden representative.
Yeah. Mr. Mayman, I know, has done probably more work than any on this.
It's very kind of you.
Is that so? Would you agree
Yeah.
with that? Yeah. Right. I don't know how many of these you have been concerned with, Mr. Mayman, but surely there's quite a few. These type of things. Would you like to say a few words?
Oh, thank you very much. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, this is really a little exhibition which the North Warwick Line Defence Committee have put together. Midline consists of British Railways and the West Midland Passenger Transport Executive have kindly provided. In fact, I don't think the Post Office know that they've nicked this for today. Because there was a question as to whether they would send this or a parcels vehicle. As it is, it looks as if they've nicked it off the Post Office, who don't use it on a Saturday. So, with the joint efforts of Midline and ourselves, we've been able to put this little exhibition together, specifically for Henley today, and again we're doing it at Stratford next weekend on Saturday and Sunday. It's been a long time since we had to start on keeping this line together, and so far we've been totally successful, and I think we shall remain successful, and your service will stay through to Stratford, despite efforts to cut it off at the end of this platform. However, it looks as if we're well on the way to keeping a reasonable service here, and the local authorities are gradually coming round to assisting in giving money eventually, together with the Department of Transport, to the replacement of the infrastructure. Infrastructure always baffles me. I always think of it as capital equipment, because the signalling and point work and so forth on this end of the line need replacing as they're well time expired. I think Mr. David Mitchell will come out with a package shortly to overcome this problem, and we shall remain with a substantial hourly service to and from Birmingham and Stratford. Anyway, thank you very much for coming, and thank you, sir, for coming and opening the little exhibition. I think you'll find it interesting. It's only about the North Warwick line, and there's some quite interesting photographs from many years ago. And all we ask is that you continue to use the service when you can. Incidentally, we've managed to get you a Sunday service. It's taken 3 years, but there is a Sunday service operating throughout the summer. Some of by very modern trains, you probably noticed that they put the new sprinters on in the mornings on Sundays, so you can sample perhaps the railway travel to come. We look forward to seeing you again at Stratford if you like to come down next weekend.
Right.
Many
Thank
thanks
you very
again.
much. Thank you, Mr. Mayman. And perhaps we can both come in and look at the...
Could I just give my apologies to you all? I should have been here at 12 o'clock, but you'll never believe the problems that go with being a High Bailiff. Not the functions that he attends or the administrative work that goes with it, but normally my wife, as it were, helps to dress me. When I say that, I'm all right up to the jacket. It's when it comes to putting the chain of office on. And my wife is doing flower arrangements in the church and couldn't be there. So there I was, struggling to get this. You may think, oh, it's just a question of slipping it over your shoulders. Not quite as easy as that, because if anyone inspects me closely, they will see that I've got a couple of safety pins in here. And the two that my wife says, well, they're small, they won't be observed. But every time I try to get my jacket on and get this chain of office, the one flew open. There I was, taking the jacket off. In the end, I'm afraid I've got a lopsided safety pin in one side, which is much bigger, as it were, but it's stronger than the first. So I do apologise to you, Mr. Mayman.
Not at all. And, thank you for coming.
Oh, it's a great pleasure, but I don't like, one of the things I don't like is arriving late at a function. So I thought I ought to offer an apology. Not an excuse, although I have been on another duty, but that wasn't the real reason. So I am extremely sorry to you all for not being here, and particularly to Mr. Mayman. And I hope you're all going to, I didn't hear very much of what was said, but obviously you'll be expected to have a look round these coaches. And I believe I did hear a word, support this line whenever you possibly can. There are a variety of ways in which you can do that, but I always feel not much point in us asking British Railways to keep this line open if all we do is to get our cars out. There are occasions when it's more of a problem parking cars, and it's comfortable jumping on the train and going to Stratford. I know it's perhaps at the wrong end of the shopping centre, but wherever you possibly can, my wife and I do, and I hope you will. Thank you very much for listening to me, and as I say, once again, please accept my apologies.
Well, have a nice holiday. Very well. But here we go. Up a bit with the bell. That's the way. Lovely. Good. And again. Keep riding. Good. Good.
That's right, yes. They are indeed.
All this way, if you would. Oh, right. That's lovely. Good. And I think if you can look just like that.
Look at you.
Yes, please.
Right.
Good. Nice. Again. Can you come round the touch so you're sort of almost facing the town crier? Come round this way.
Facing the town crier.
That's it. Good. Okay, I'll just get my case. Oops.
I told you. You look like
Last one. Good, thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you.
I'm all right, unless I have to stand. And as soon as I have to stand, the hen Mayman, and A-Y-M-A-N.
Then, you know. Charles, what's on the service? 10:15, yeah.
Thank you.